Yo, all right, we're doing it. I'm setting up and I'm giving it a go. I'm gonna pull the trigger, as they say. So yeah, we're gonna get it done. So this video is just to kind of make a little introduction, kind of chronicling what we're gonna do here. This is my first business. We're gonna be in the vintage clothing business. The company's name is called Verified. Verified Vintage Clothing Company, and so yeah, I felt that today was a good day. Today I actually went to go find a place. I had been looking for the past few days. I didn't want to fret too much. I didn't want to kind of think about it too much. Kind of just wanted to get it going because I really think this idea is it's good. I mean, for me, I really enjoy kind of looking for vintage clothes, and I found some good supplies. So we're gonna go ahead and move forward with this brick and mortar clothing store. So I just wanted to make a kind of little video about that. So basically we're gonna be selling all kinds of vintage clothing. So we're gonna start off with some good inventory, and then move and expand towards other things. Basically, we're gonna start with a good niche, and then expand towards other things. Hopefully maybe do some jewelry and other kinds of stuff too. So yeah, today I met with the property manager. We talked over some terms, over the square footage. I didn't know what a good price for the square footage was in my area. You guys have to do research on what kind of price per square foot is good for your area. But I know for here, it's not as much. Obviously, I live in a place that it's not as populous as some bigger places in Texas, like Austin or Houston and all those places. So our rent is gonna be considerably less. But today, talked over some numbers. I asked my dad and my sister, my mom, because they own businesses as well. And we all kind of agreed that it's a good price. So we're gonna go ahead with the idea. It's not a big place, It's just gonna be 800 square feet. And so to start off, I think that's a good size, and hopefully as our clientele gets bigger, then we're able to expand more. But I don't want to kind of get ahead of myself or ourselves, because me and my fiance, my wife, are gonna be starting this business together. So yeah, just real excited about that. You're gonna be expecting a lot of nice badass rock t-shirts, old school vintage 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s clothing, because honestly, the reason I thought this might be a good idea was because I was tired of the same look, buying new clothes, expensive. If you want good quality clothes, you can go to H&M and all of them, all those kinds of stores. It's gonna be real cheap, but the clothes is not gonna last you. So I went to LA, for my fiance's birthday, and she was looking for stuff for her store. But meanwhile, I was doing some research on my own, So I found some vintage places. The quality of the clothes was really nice, and I kind of really was digging the look of this kind of clothes, and it's not as cheap as these cheap new clothes that you might find at these quick fashion places like H&M and and Forever 21, stuff like that. So it's a more quality, and it's older, yeah, but that's kind of the look that you go for, you know, for the vintage look. So got some real cool ideas for the kinds of shirts that we're gonna have, the kinds of accessories, you know. So that's what you can be expecting there, you know. And then hopefully, as our like I said, as our clientele gets bigger, then we can do more stuff, maybe shoes, you know, hats, you know, and jewelry and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm real excited. You know, and so today I met with the property manager, and we talked over the agreement, you know, and there's this thing called the triple N, which is basically what these commercial places charge the people who rent. Basically, it's property taxes, maintenance, and like utilities, I think. So she said that's gonna be a fixed rate for the contract. So you know, I thought let's give it a go. I wasn't gonna fret too much on it, like I said. Let's kind of go for it and see where this goes. You know, if you can, you know, follow us on Instagram. You know, we're barely gonna get started. The place doesn't get finished till maybe late October, so maybe, you know, mid-November, late November we might start. I gotta get a lot of the stuff done as far as like the look of the place, the sign, all that stuff. So that's gonna take some time. Hopefully not too much, and then, you know, but also to buy the inventory and stuff. So, but yeah, you know, I think it'll be a really great idea, because another reason why I thought of this was because I was reading an article saying, you know, I'm pretty sure you guys heard about, you know, Forever 21 closing a bunch of its stores down. H&M as well, they're closing a bunch of stores down, you know. And the trends that I've been seeing was in LA was a bunch of more like vintage places opening up and selling some really nice clothes. So yeah, so that's why I thought this was a good opportunity, you know, because in the article they were talking about how they say that millennials and people that grew up, you know, when right now they're like 35 to 20, their early 20s, you know, those consumers are a little bit more conscious of the stuff that we buy. You know, it's not like people who were born in the early 90s that were just consuming with no regards towards anything. That article was based more towards the environmental issues and how, you know, millennials and younger generations are more cognizant of that. You know, so, you know, as far as not producing that much waste. And even though that wasn't really one of my big things, maybe subconsciously I always had in the back of my mind, you know, I did trade in my truck for a small car just because I didn't want to be wasting that much gas. So maybe it's kind of one of those things that you don't realize you're doing it, but you find yourself doing it. But you can't really point to a reason why. It's just the way you think. It's kind of like an overall culture thing, you know. I think we're just, you know, our generation, we're just more aware of that, and we're starting to look for different things, you know, and that goes to the clothing, you know. I think people want to have clothing that's you know, that has a cool look, cool feel. But also it's gonna be safe for the environment, stuff like that. So anyways, you know, yeah, that's it, you know. It's gonna be my first business, so we'll see how this goes. But I'm real excited. I'm real, you know, we're looking forward to doing all this stuff. So so the company again is called Vintage Verified Vintage Clothing Co. So let us know, you know, just look us up on Instagram, and yeah, so hit us up if you have any questions. So that's it. Peace.